How does a pan-seared pork tenderloin with smoky bacon hollandaise sound? Heavenly? Yes. We've got Chef John Barbie joining us today.
Hello.
In the Vigo Importing Company test kitchen, and you are going to show us how to make this, right?
Absolutely.
And it's not too difficult?
It's not difficult at all. And we started with a pork tenderloin, nice cut of meat. So I'm just going to season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, real simple. Pan sear it, and then most important part of cooking protein, I'm going to let it rest.
And why do you let it rest?
Well, we want to let the juices get back into the meat. So that 10 minutes that it's going to sit there, it's going to get nice and juicy again.
And while it's sitting there for 10 minutes, we're making the hollandaise
Absolutely.
sauce. Oh, let's do that.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start with some boiling water in a pot right here.
And I've always been under the impression that hollandaise sauce is tricky.
It is very tricky. It's well, it's not too tricky. Once you know how to do it, it's pretty good. It is one of them other sauces. There could be hundreds of derivatives from this sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this boiling water, and this is going to be our double boiler. Okay. We don't want to have too much heat. We also have some egg yolks here that I've broken up.
And you whisk?
I whisked them up, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of this water, and I'm going to what's called temper my eggs. And what I'm going to do, you want to hold that bowl for me?
I would love to.
There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of hot water to this just to kind of bring the eggs up to temperature.
But we're not having scrambled eggs.
Right.
No.
And if we were to put this on that double boiler, what would happen would the eggs would get a little shocked and they would start to scramble.
Okay, no, we don't want that. Looking good.
So once we have these eggs in here, what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the double boiler, and we're just going to keep whisking these, and we're actually somewhat making a custard with this. We're going to thicken these eggs up. We want to cook them without scrambling them, so you definitely have to keep whisking it. So what we're going to do is we have some melted butter here. We also rendered down some bacon earlier.
Yes, we did.
And there's some bacon fat that I saved.
Yes, you
and
did.
Everybody saves their bacon fat, right?
Save your bacon.
That's right.
It's important.
Eggs are way better when you
Oh, look at that.
cook them in bacon grease. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of whisk that together.
So
right?
we've got our bacon fat and butter.
And in this egg, we're going to use a little help with an emulsifier. We're actually going to use dry mustard. I'm just going to put just a little dry mustard in there. And what that's going to do is going to help emulsify this.
Let's do this.
And what I did is I put a wet towel down. I'm going to hold this here. You want to hold that?
I will help you in any
and
way
what
I
I'm going
can.
to do is I'm just going to drizzle this butter in, drop at a time. And then once we have it like this, we're adding just some smoked paprika.
Lovely.
Yeah. Smells
Oh,
great,
it smells
doesn't
so
it?
good.
And then we're going to put some of this chopped bacon in there. Right? And we're going to whisk this around.
Best hollandaise
Why
ever.
don't you try some of that with that spoon?
If you insist. Hello.
A little bit of salt.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. All
Perfect.
right.
Oh.
And then we're going to get this spoon here. We're going to put some of this right onto the plate.
Wow, look at that. And then we take our pork tenderloin
Right.
and put that right on top.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to slice this pork tenderloin.
Okay, while you're slicing, I'll be chatting over here. Well, if you want any information about the ingredients we used, go to vigofoods.com, alessifoods.com. And if you want more information about this recipe and more from Chef Barbie here, you can go to peoplesgas.com/cooking and find out about cashback rebates when you buy natural gas appliances. This looks divine.
Garnish this with a little bit more bacon, because why not?
Why not? Thank you very much.
There you go.
We'll be right back.